Hey guys, so I'm back to do the trigger video. I posted it momentarily yesterday and someone was really kind enough to go, hey, there's no sound. I brought it down. I'm redoing it today and putting it up today. So I'm just going to hop right into it because this should have gone up forever and a day ago. So triggers. This is something I wrote because I have to write things to remember them, first of all, but second of all, because they're important to me for this video. But I've always felt triggers were moments of energy saved by a trauma and released when provoked later on. I thought that was like a quote slash kind of a way to look at it and make maybe a little more sense of them. And I learned in rehab the most important part of triggers are people, places, and things. It's basically the same whether you're going through a narcissistic relationship or if you're having mental health issues or if you're going through a divorce. I don't care. Mental health, triggers, all included, in my opinion. So yeah, people, places, and things are a big part of it. People, if I was an addict and I saw someone who I used to get my supply off of, that would be a trigger. I don't want to go too in depth and kill the video vibes, so I'm not going to say a lot of things I normally would say, but like, yeah, that's one way to put it. If you see like a place like a McDonald's that you used to go to a lot to use, that would be a huge trigger in my personal opinion. And then things, you would be like, what's things? How are things possibly a trigger? Shoestrings for me are a trigger, and you can take with that as you need to, being an ex-intravenous user. So notes, I have found notes that I'm going to show you in later videos that I wrote in the past when I was in my narcissistic relationship that was such a big trigger. When I found it, it blew my mind where I was at and like where I'm at now. So I just think that noticing the people, places, and things that trigger you, find out their triggers, and then the next video I'm going to work on is coping skills, which help you to deal with them. But for instance, a trigger when I think this was the first trigger I ever noticed. I was watching a show. They were so happy. They were in love. They were great parents. I started to think about my ex-narcissist, about why we couldn't be that way, why we couldn't have that family, what was wrong with us that didn't happen for me. Bam, I was triggered. And I was like, oh my God, that's what a trigger is. So I wrote that down immediately that day to remember it for this video especially. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, please subscribe. I have so much more to come. And I am sorry about yesterday's video. I love you guys.